Happy Mother's Day from Sickles Garage. How's it going out there? As you can see, I got a little sun this weekend. Had some soccer and we had some events going on, family events. So I haven't spent a ton of time out in the garage here, but I did get some stuff. So I'll show you what I'm doing and we'll go from there. All right. So nothing real fun going on in here other than right up here, I mounted the OBD2 port so you can do diagnostics. I cleaned up, see if we can see it. I cleaned up some of the wiring and hooked most of the stuff up. Tack wire's hooked up. Like I said, the OBD2 is. I have to pull the radio, hook that stuff up. I'm not concerned. Still waiting on the shifter for the backup lights and the neutral safety switch. But who cares about that stuff? Because I could always twist them together and start it. So anyway, back here, I punched a third hole right there where that grommet is. And that's where the fuel pump wires then come up around. It'll feed through and kind of integrate with that other harness and then drop through there and then go to the tank. So speaking of fuel tank, let's take a look. I bought a Tanks fuel tank. So real cool. It's cut on the corners here. For mini tub, the car's not mini tubbed, but I thought it might help with routing the exhaust and stuff. If you've never looked at a Tanks tank, or if you're curious, see if we can get a shot of it here. Let me grab my light. That might be better. It does have a huge reservoir in there. I don't remember how big it was. Let's see. There's a whole tray all the way around inside there. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, you can see the tube down in there. There's two tubes down in there that feed this tray. Let's see if we can see the side of it. Yeah, so that tray goes all the way up. So I don't know what it holds. I'd have to find the spec on it, but it holds quite a bit of fuel. So we shouldn't have fuel starvation problems at all. What I do for a pump, I got a 525 Hellcat pump. That's what we're gonna put in it. I won't be able to turn it up on kill, but I should be able to make 500 wheel horse with it. We'll see. So, and then later on, I'll just swap out pumps if they come along with a better pump. It comes with this tip over valve, so if it does tip over, this will be hooked to the vent up above the tank. And if I do end up rolling it in that event, there's a check valve that shuts fuel off from going out. Comes with all your gaskets, filler tube. It does not come with, which I thought was interesting, it comes with filler tube and your hose to connect from the filler tube to this tank. It didn't come with hose clamps, so I'll have to get some hose clamps for it. I bought this sender for it. However, it does not work. So I got to do some measuring and get back to the company. They sold me one that's 7 inches. So, stock tank 7 inches. Okay, should fit. However, I don't know if you can see this. It will not fit. There's a bump in here where that goes. You can look down in there, see that bump down in there? Of course, I could make it work. I could whack it with a hammer and push that bump down. It's gonna look like shit. It'll be on the bottom of the tank. So I will get back with the company. Like I said, haven't been doing much. So just because of sports and all that fun stuff. What do I have left? What do I have left? I gotta run. I gotta put that cover over the transmission, and I gotta get a shifter. That's pretty easy. That's pretty easy. I have to finish up the power steering pump down here by shimming it back 1/8 inch or whatever, and then putting the pulley on it. That's pretty easy too. I just got to get out here and do it. The next thing, once I get this fuel tank installed, I will be putting the radiator in it, and we'll have to look at the intercooler. So, and then after that, it's just fun stuff, right? So hopefully here soon, we'll be getting to more of this fun stuff. The wire is going to run to the rear is 10 gauge for the fuel pump. I got to order that still too. So I got some parts to order. I got to order fuel line. I'll show you what I'm using for that once I get it here. So yeah, got to order a bunch of stuff to get this fuel tank installed. So anyway, like I always say, have a great work week. Have a good Mother's Day, what's left of it. We got some food on the grill, and we're going to enjoy that and have a beer. So take it easy. See ya. Bye.